Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello, good morning. I hope you're all fine and that we had a great weekend. It's Monday, it's a good start of the week. It's a bit cold right now. And that we had a It's a bit cold where I am right now, but you can tell me how have you been? How has your weekend been? How's your Monday? How has your Monday started? You can let me know. You can say hi in the chat section before we begin with the class today. So let me just type. Is it morning? No, it's after. It's morning. Yeah. So you can say hi to me in the chat section. I've just dropped my good morning message. I hope you're all fine and we all had a good weekend. We're having a good start of the week. All right. So, good morning. Good morning. If you're just joining us or if you're here, you can say hi to us in the chat section. You can tell us where you're joining us from. Hi, Mercy. Mercy is the first one to say morning. Hi, Mercy. Good morning. How are you? Martina, good morning. I hope you're well. We are 15 on this call. We are 15 people on the call. You can say hi, good morning, tell us where you're joining us from. If you have a business, what's the name of your business? What does your business deal with? Right? You never know. You might find your client here, or sorry, oh, sorry. You might find your client here or a partner. So, potential partner. Hi, Ray. Hi, Bello. Hi, Annie. Nelly, Ray O, and Marcelina. It's nice to see you. Ray says he's from Kaduna, Nigeria. Who else? So when you're joining us, while you're joining us, you can tell us your location, your full name, where you're joining us from. You can also tell us, go ahead and tell us your business, the name of your business, and then what your business does. I mean, are you in the product sector? I mean, are you a product based business? Are you a service based business? If you're a product based business, what exactly do you deal with? All right. It's a pleasure being here today. It's a pleasure being your trainer today. We are here courtesy of the partnership between Impacta and DCR ambassadors. And we'd like to say a big thank you to the patrons at DCR ambassadors and thank them for this partnership. Sure, you're all excited to see what we're going to learn. So, the digital skills training basically has 8 topics, and today we are only going to look at the first topic. So, make sure that you're taking notes, make sure you're taking screenshots, posting on your social media, sharing your experience, and tagging DCR ambassadors and also tagging Impact Her. All right. Thank you so much. So, the topic today, what we're going to look at is how to build a reputable brand and sell online. That is our focus for today. That's the focus of today's training, building a reputable brand and selling online. That's what we're going to look at today. And like I mentioned, this is the first topic of an 8-year series of digital skills training. All right. I hope you're all excited. You can go ahead and click the thumbs up button. You can click the thumbs up button just below your screen to like this session before we move on. All right. You can also click on the bell icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notifications of other upcoming sessions. Angela and Grace, thank you for joining us. Aderonke, Maria, Hamid, Fumilayo, I see you all. Bridget, I see you all. Thank you so much for joining us. Please go ahead and share this session. Remind your friends to attend the session. Post it on your status. Remind everyone to join the session. All right. Just before I begin the training, to introduce myself, my name is Beryl Okwach. I work at Impacta as a trainer, and I'm based in Kenya. That's one. And like I said, I'll be your facilitator for today. So in the chat section, you can see my other colleague, Simplis. He has his name highlighted in blue and has a blue spanner next to his name, a blue spanner icon next to his name. Simplis is my colleague at Impactor, and he's based in Cameroon. So you can see the power of digital. We all get to work together despite, our differences in location. So basically, we all work remotely. All right. So thank you so much. If you're ready for us to start the session now, I want us to begin the session. If you're ready for us to start the session, please drop me your favorite emoji. You can drop me your favorite emoji if it is a smiley, a thumbs up, just to let me know that you're ready for us to begin the session. So you can drop me your favorite emoji just to let me know that you are ready for us to kickstart this session. Let me see if you're on the same page. Thank you so much, Mercy, for the flowers. It's a good day. It's a good morning to have flowers. I mean, thank you so much, Mercy, for that. All right. Neymar has posted the YouTube icon. That's also very good. Thank you, Fumi. Fumi, the wave. Ray, all the books. You're ready to get started. Bridget, some love hearts. Love right back to you. All right. Thank you, Bridget. So you can go ahead and drop me your favorite emoji just to let me know that you're ready for us to begin the session. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Blessing. Thank you, Martina. Bukar says, good morning. I'm participating in Maiduguri. Nice. Thank you. Welcome, Alhaji. Welcome. Welcome. Angela, hi. Johnson. So Alhaji, we are posting our favorite emoji just to let everyone know we're ready to kickstart the session. Thank you, Johnson, Ella, Anthea, Ronke. Thank you. I love the emojis. They're making my day as it is. All right. So let's get started building a reputable brand and selling online. Like I said, this is the first topic we're going to look at. We're going to go over 8 topics, scheduled at different times of this month. But today we're only going to look at this session, and the session is going to last, for 1 hour. So we'll end the session at exactly noon. All right. So in this session, what we're going to look at is we're going to see, let me go back to this slide. We're looking at how to build your brand and how to sell online. So the first thing you need to understand is what is a brand, all right? And why should your brand be online, all right? What do you stand to benefit as a business if you take your brand to the online space, right? That you've taken your brand to the online space. Who are you targeting? What do you want to achieve? All right. So, who are your target audience? And then, what do you want to achieve? You want to make sales. How do you ensure that you're making sales? You're having the right marketing strategy on the online space, all right, to increase your growth as a business, to scale your business, to increase your sales or followers, depending on the objective that you have. All right. So, before we even begin the session, I'd like to know, how are you currently making your business known online? If you're on the online space, if your business is on the online space, what are you currently doing as a strategy? What do you have as a strategy to ensure that you are known online? How are you currently making your business known online? Please let me know in the chat section. Hi, Charles, Adironke, Anne, Alhaji, Lawrence, Nelly, Agnes, Franca. Hello. So please drop your responses in the chat section. How are you currently making your business known online? How are you currently making your business known online? All right. Are you on Facebook? So I'm just giving examples. Thank you, Mercy. Mercy says publicity. All right. Fumi says I post on Facebook and WhatsApp status. Franca says branding myself. So how are you branding yourself, Franca? How are you branding yourself on the online space? How are you branding yourself? Okay. So I'm actually waiting for your responses. I only have responses from C. Mamza, Fumilayo, Danboy, Franca, Imagination Explorer. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome. So my first question to you is, how are you currently making your business known online? How are you currently making your business known online? Right? Initially, Franca had said branding myself. Now she's expanded, saying showing up daily with the right kind of content on Facebook and other social platforms. Correct. Maria, I post my works on Facebook and WhatsApp. Awesome. Thank you so much, Maria, for that. Franca and Maria. Mercy as well, Fumilayo. Thank you for your responses. Please, you can go ahead and drop responses. Let's make this session as interactive as possible. Remember, you can always drop your questions. I will be coming back to pick your questions and responding to them. And we also have Simplice in the chat section ready to respond to any queries that are dropped. Okay, so before we even get into the content, I hope my screen is clear. I hope my screen is clear and my video is clear and my audio is clear. All right. So you can also just confirm that you can see my screen clearly, that you can hear my voice clearly, and that you can see the video clearly. All right. Tommy says, I post on WhatsApp status and Facebook. Johnson, I post my products online. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. All right. So let's move on. Now, what are the advantages? You've already taken your business online. These are the strategies that you have basically on the online space. What are some of the benefits that you have experienced from taking your business on the online space? Thank you, Maria says all clear. Angela, I share engaging content on my WhatsApp status and try to post on my Facebook business page. Martina, I post on Facebook and WhatsApp. I post my product online. And then Joseph just joined us. Hi, Joseph. So now, what are some of the benefits or advantages that you've gotten from taking your business on the to the online space? What are some of the benefits that you're experiencing or you've experienced? Have you increased your sales? Have you increased your followers? Has your engagement rate increased? What are some of the benefits that you've gotten so far from having your business on the online space? What advantages so far have you experienced? Tell me, please remember to drop your responses. Let's make the session very, very, very interactive. Okay? What benefits are you experiencing? All right? What are some of the advantages that the online presence has brought to your business? Charles says increased sales. Joseph says my screen is very clear. Thank you so much for that confirmation. And thank you, Charles, for that response. Or we've not seen any advantages. There are no benefits that we have experienced. What advantages does online presence bring to your business? Fumi says it's made me more visible, so it has increased your visibility. Thank you. Angela says it has enabled me to connect with many people from different locations. Correct, because you're not just limited to where your physical location is. You're able to reach out to people outside your geographical location, right? And then Mercy says it gives you access to people outside your location too. Correct. Nelly says it increases your visibility. Thank you, Nelly Oban, for that. And then Mercy also says it widens your horizon. Correct. It widens your horizon in terms of, understanding customer behaviors, understanding their interests, understanding their preferences. All right. You get to learn a lot of things. And then Anne says you have a wider coverage. Correct. Martina, it enables me to reach many people. And then Agnes, I have only used the WhatsApp platform. So I hope from this training, you're going to learn about the other social media platforms, and what you can do to ensure that you leverage on them to grow your business, right? Thank you so much for your responses. Like I said, one of the focus areas in this session is to look at what is a brand, all right? What is brand identity? So basically, brand identity, when you talk about the brand identity, we tend to mean these are the visible elements of your brand. It could be the color that you use, all right? What are your brand colors, all right? Your logo, all right? Sometimes you can have a flyer circulating and it just has your logo on it, all right? And people will definitely know this is so and so's business. They can identify even that flyer with that logo. Do you understand? You don't even have to write about your business there, all right? And then there's the design, your designs, all right? So you curate designs that basically reflect your business, all right? So these are the visible elements of a brand. That's what you mean when you talk about your brand identity. And it's very important whether you're a very big organization, whether you're an SME or a micro SME, it's very important to have a brand identity. So I'll give you an example. When you see Fidelity Bank, all right, you see they have white and blue, all right. So you'll just see the logo Fidelity on a flyer, and you'll see the flyer has the blue color mostly as its theme. You basically identify it as a Fidelity Bank, all right. I'm able to identify that. When I see a billboard and they don't write the name Fidelity, but the logo is there, I'll definitely know this is about Fidelity Bank. All right. So they're the visual elements that people will see and identify it to your brand. All right. And it's very, very important. I know some of us think, oh, I don't have the money maybe to get a logo. I mean, to get a graphic designer to create a logo for me. It's not very complicated. You can create your own logo. You can just go to canva.com. All right. Simply will share the link to Canva in the chat section. So you can go to canva.com. There are templates there that you can customize, all right, to come up with your own logo. You can customize the theme. You can customize the colors, all right, to come up with your own logo. So you can see even the slides on my screen. You can see there's that wine red color and the orange color and white, all right? So these are Impact Her colors. If you look at our flyers on our social media pages, they will have these colors, all right? So even without having our logo on them, you'll definitely know this is associated with Impact Her, all right? Canva.com. Simply please post the link to Canva in the chat section. Canva, www.canva.com. You can go to Canva to create your social media posts. You can go to Canva to create your logo as well, all right? And you don't need to have design skills. There are templates that you can basically customize for that, all right? So why is it important, all right? Why is it important? Remember, I've talked about people basically, people generally, all right? People are very visual, all right? So when you have a brand identity, it helps with people um, identifying with your brand on products, on services, on marketing collaterals. It's very important that people get to identify your brand without having to write a lot of words on them. All right. And it also helps to increase the customer experience. Do you understand? So that's why it's very important. So, some of the things that you need to consider when building your brand, right? Remember, it starts small. You can't just start making sales out of nowhere. Like, I'm opening a Facebook page right now and I expect to be making sales by the end of the week. No, it takes time. You need to build your brand. You need to put yourself out there. The first thing, how do I position myself? All right. Do I have a logo? I need a logo. All right. So I go and create a logo. What are my brand colors? All right. What do I want to have as my brand colors? Is it orange? Is it white? Is it blue? All right. So my flyers will be having these colors. All right. Then what is my brand name? What is my brand name? Is it Beryl's Organic Shop? Right? Is it Beryl's Electricals? What is my brand name? I need to have a name. All right. So you need to choose a name. design a logo, and I've talked about going to Canva to create your own logo. All right. Determine your brand colors. What are your brand colors? All right. Shapes and other visual elements in your promotions. All right. What will I be using mostly? Will I be using figurines or animations, or will I be using real life images? All right. Will I be posting content? I mean, if I'm a restaurant, right? Will I be taking photos of my clients when I'm serving them, and using that as content on my pages? It's very important to identify what you will be using, the visual elements you'll be using on your page. All right. And then the language in your advertisement, that is the brand tone. You need to identify your brand tone. What tone of voice will you be adapting? All right. I'm not sure about Nigeria, but so here in Kenya, there's a bank called Kenya Commercial Bank. It's one of the biggest banks in Kenya, all right, and it's very well known. So when you go to their social media page, you see that they have very witty posts. They're not just serious, posting about serious things. They're very witty, all right. They put some joke into their post. So you already know, all right, that is the brand tone that they have adapted. You can want to be serious, you'd want to be witty, you would want to be depending. All right. So you need to choose a tone that you will adapt to. Do you want to be funny? All right. So make sure your posts are very funny. Do you want to be a brand that people associate with for maybe I know if I go to this page, I'm sure I'll be getting information. All right. So will you be sharing? Depending. So it's all up to you. It's at your discretion, the kind of brand tone that you want to adapt. But um, just take note that it's important to adapt a brand tone, right? And then you need to train your employees to interact well with customers. That's on customer service, all right? You need to ensure you have someone new coming to your team, whether they will be handling your social media or talking to clients directly. This is how we talk to our clients. This is how we respond to our clients. If there's an issue, this is the escalation process of that issue, right? So it's important that your employees know how to interact and engage with your clients, all right? I hope we are all together up to that point. I hope you're all together up to that point on how to build your brand. Are we all together? Okay. Simply, all right, let me just post the links for you in the chat section. Okay, so you can go to Canva. Posted the link in the chat section. You can go to Canva, posted that link in the chat section. Canva to create your own logo and social media flyers. Let me post the link again. Canva.com. Okay, thank you so much, Agam and Anne, for confirming that we're together. And then Fumi says the screen is blurred. All right, so Fumi, let me share with you. So you need to go to your settings to ensure that the screen is clear. Fumi, you need to go to your settings. Okay, go to settings, select quality, click on advanced and select 720 pixels, then your screen will become clear. All right. So I've also posted that in the chat section. All right. Okay. Moving on, let's move on. I know we are all together right now. So why online? Why do you need to build your brand on the online space? All right. The first thing we need to note is right now everyone is shifting to the digital space. Everyone, right? Be it new businesses, old businesses that were not on the online space, new customers, everyone is moving on to the online space. All right. So the amount, I mean, we have like that was as per 2020, I think, but you can get the figures on Geopol. So if you go to Geopol site, you're able to get the figures on the number of people who are online right now in Africa. It narrows down to sub-Saharan Africa and even narrows down to country level. All right. So more and more people are getting on the online space. More and more people are getting on the online space, and we have uh, 80%, just to give you figures, 80% of the population in Nigeria who have mobile phones have shopped online. All right, 80% of the population in Nigeria who have access to smartphones are shopping online. All right, so you can see we have more and more people getting on the online space. All right. Now, why are businesses online? So here we've talked about the digital transformation, having more people get on the online space, more businesses getting on the online space. So why are businesses online? The first thing, you're able to buy and sell your product. Of course, you might think maybe I'm just getting online because I want to sell my product. But guess what? The merchants, the suppliers that you're buying your products from are also online. So you get to buy from them as well, right? So you're able to buy and sell online. You're able to reach out to your customers. When I dropped a question, when I asked about the advantages that we've gotten from taking our business on the online space, we talked about visibility, right? And we talked about a wider coverage. These are some of the responses that were in the chat section. So you reach out to your customers, you expand the reach of your customers um, as compared to just focusing on the customers around where you're located, right? And then you're able to advertise. You can run social media ads. You can run targeted, right? And these ads will reach out to people who don't even know your page or have been to your page, people who are not your followers. So long as they are interested in what you're dealing with, your ads will reach out to them, right? And then you're also able to research your competition. You're able to do your competitor analysis, look at what your competitor is doing online. They have websites and they're making website sales. So probably you might need to get a website as well, right? They have very engaging posts. They use a lot of videos on their posts. So that's working out for them. Can you do the same for your business? So you're able to research your competition, all right? So some of the benefits, and this is just a summary basically of some of the responses that we dropped. You have low operating costs, all right? When you have your business online, there's some people who basically purely run their businesses on the online space, all right? So they don't have to pay for a warehouse, say maybe to store their goods. They don't have to pay for rental for, I mean, for rent for the business premises. They don't have to pay the overhead costs. That's the bills, electricity bills, water bills, because they're running the business on the online space. So it basically helps to reduce your operating costs, all right? And you have 24/7 availability as compared to a shop. If I had a shop, I would not have the shop open 8 to 8. I mean, like 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. the next day. No, at some point, maybe I'll work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and close the business. But having my business online, someone can just go to my page at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., make their order there, and I'll just deliver the next day. All right. So I don't get to lose that client just because it is after work hours. All right. And then there's better customer support. When someone drops a comment on your page, you're able to respond to it immediately. All right. So there's better customer support. You're able to respond to your clients if they need videos of maybe they bought something from you and they don't know how to use it. You can do videos and post on your page. All right. So you can do product usage videos. All right. Just to ensure that you're offering extra customer support to your clients. All right. So there are very many ways you can take your business to the online space. It could be social media, that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. And now we have TikTok, right? There is Pinterest, right? So there's social media, or you can decide to have a website. You can also decide to have a website. And I know you'd say, getting a website is very expensive. I don't know how I will pay the developer to get a website for me. So there are other ways you can create your own free website. There are other ways you can create your own free website, right? So let me drop that in the chat section. There's some website builder sites that can help you to create your own website for free, right? So you just get templates and you customize them. I've posted a link of some of the website builder sites, right? Website builder sites. I've posted the link in the chat section. These are sites that you can go to and start creating your own website. You don't have to pay for a web developer, right? Just hold on. I'm trying to change my network so that it's more stable. Just hold on. All right, sorry. I think my network is okay now. I think my network is okay now, right? So these are some of the website builder sites that you need to leverage on to create your own website, all right? Now, let's move on. Do I have any questions so far? Do I have any question up to that point? So you can drop your question for me in the chat section. Do I have any question? Do I have any questions so far? Any question, please? Any question? Please drop your question in the chat section. Okay, just hold on. Do I have any question? Any questions so far? Good morning. Sorry, I'm just logging in now. It's okay, Jafet. It's okay. Any question, please? Any question? All right. While we wait for the question, we can move on to the next part. So we've looked at building your brand on the online space. We've looked at creating your own brand identity. What do you need for your brand identity? And he said you need to come up with your own logo, look at your brand colors and the visual elements that you're going to use, your brand tone. All right. We talked about your brand tone. And we also talked about, being able to train your customers, all right, to interact with your clients well. So those are the things that you add when you're creating your own brand identity. Then now you've taken your business on the online, you're building your brand, all right? You're building your brand reputation. So brand identity, reputation, right? Now, who do you want to target? I've come up with all these things. I've come up with my social media page, I've come up with my own logo, I've come up with my own brand colors, the language that I want to use, the kind of visual elements I will be posting now. Who do I want to target? Who is my audience? It's very important that you understand who you're targeting. It's very important that you understand who you are targeting. All right. So, a target audience is a group of people identified as being likely customers of your business. All right. So, a target audience are the people who have the potential to purchase from your business, to convert. All right. Target audience, sorry, these are the people who have potential of making purchases. All right. So you need to understand, who am I targeting? Am I targeting girls? Am I targeting adult women? Maybe I'm in the fashion business. All right. And the kind of clothes that I create are for, adults, probably not the fashion that goes with teenagers. All right. So obviously, when I put myself on the online space, I know I am targeting adult women, probably over 30. All right. So I understand these are their preferences. This is the kind of fashion that they like. And these are adult women. The same language that I would use to reach out to them is not the same language that I will use if I was targeting people who are, like, let's say, between 18 to 25. All right. Maybe between 18 to 25, I can use a lot of informal language and they will relate with that. But I understand that these are the people I'm targeting. So I need to make these posts. I need to make like serious posts, um, use mature language, all right? Because that is what resonates with my target audience. So it's important to understand your target audience, all right? So you need, once I get, maybe I understand I've reached out to like 100 people. I need to segregate this audience according to their different characteristics. All right. So I need to segregate my audience according to their different characteristics. So I can separate one group, this group, out of the 100 clients, or out of the 100 potential clients, or the clients that I have. Maybe 20 of them have the same interest, right? And I'm able to know their interests from, and you're going to look at this later on in the session, from analytics, using data and insights. That's one of the topics that you're going to look at in this whole digital skills training. So I will understand these are their interests, all right? And then these are I can also segregate them according to their purchase intention, all right? These have the ability, the group of people that I'm targeting have the ability to buy clothes that cost maybe 50,000 naira and above, or 60,000 naira and above, all right? I know this is their purchase ability, all right? So that also helps with pricing your product or your services, right? Then I also can segregate them further according to subcultures. This is according to, say, a common interest, maybe the kind of music genres that they have, maybe the kind of entertainment fandoms that they have. So I segregate them further, right? Then I also need to understand, from these people that I'm targeting, are they the decision makers? That means, do they make the final decision in terms of purchasing? All right. If I reach out to this group of people, will they be able to buy immediately? That is the decision maker. All right. Or the supporter. So the supporter is probably, they don't have the power to make the decision, but they can have a heavy influence on whether or not an item is purchased. All right. So those are the two people that you need to look at. If you solely focus on targeting your business to the supporter, you might not make as much sales as possible. All right. They will help with brand visibility, they will help with your reach, but probably not influence so much on the buying decision. So you also need to ensure that the people you're targeting are the decision makers. All right. So those are some of the things that you need to consider. And then when you're looking at determining your target audience, all right, you need, the first thing, analyze your customer base and carry out client interviews. All right. I need to look at my customer base. These are the people that are my potential clients. All right. But I need to further understand their interests. I need to further understand their preferences. I need to further understand the challenges that they are going through. All right. So this is the challenge that the my clients are going through. Can my business come as a solution to that challenge. Do you understand? Maybe I'm in the furniture business, and most of the people that I'm targeting would like to have, you know, eco-friendly furniture. All right, so good furniture, but they're also maybe environmentally aware, so they would like to buy things that, furniture that is eco-friendly. All right, so I understand that as a challenge, so I go back and ask myself, it's fine, I can give them the furniture that they want, but is my furniture eco-friendly? Can I start creating furniture from things like bamboo? Right, and still have the nice designs, maintain the designs, and still ensure that it's eco-friendly. So as much as I'm fulfilling the need for furniture, I'm also fulfilling the need for eco-friendly furniture, right? So that also helps. You get, when you're doing client interviews, you get to understand your clients well, their needs, their preferences, their interests, right? Then you also need to conduct market research and identify industry trends, right? When you're running market research, all right, there is so you can run market research from Google Trends. Okay, so you can use Google Trends. There's Google Trends. There's the Google Market Finder. I'm posting that in the chat section. There's Google Trends, then there's Google Market Finder. If you want to identify new potential markets, maybe you're in Abuja and you want to maybe open another branch of your business in Lagos, right? You can go to the Google Market Finder and see if there is a demand of your product or your service in Lagos, all right? So you would be able to know, if I take my business there, there's the I will still be able to make sales. Do you understand? It's a good market for my product, all right? Then if you want to know what's trending, what people are looking at, what are the interests that people have right now, you need to identify their trends, and you can go to Google Trends, all right? So trends.google.com, trends.google.com. I think that's the link. Yes, you can go to trends.google.com to identify new trends, or you can go to Google Market Finder. Just type out Google Market Finder. You should be able to know, identify other target markets. And then when you're doing your when you're looking at identifying your target audience, you also need to look at your competitors. What are my competitors doing? Who are the kind of people who are interacting with my competitors' posts? All right. I go to their page, I see they have um, their engagement rate is so high. All right, they have high engagement on their social media posts. So I look at the kind of people who are interacting with those posts. All right, I will be able to identify who exactly my target audience are. So when you're analyzing your competitors, you should be able to identify your target audience, and then you're able to create personas. So customer personas are basically customer profiles that we come up with as a business. You come up with a customer profile to better understand your clients and to better understand how to position your business as a solution to that challenge. All right. So those are customer personas. When you're creating your customer personas, for example, let's say I'm a tailor, all right, or I'm in the fashion business, all right, and so many people, I have a lot of clients, but when I'm segregating them, I know that I have male clients and I have female clients, right? My male clients are mostly in the corporate sector, all right? So I understand that they would like bespoke suits, nice suits, all right? Even if it's casual wear, it's still casual official that they can go with to their office. So I know that is one thing I've understood there. I've already figured their interest, all right? Then I try and figure out, they're in the corporate sector. So this means they're very busy, all right? They're not able to come to the shop to do fittings. They're not able to come and do pickups, all right? So maybe that is a challenge. I can't tell them that, if you don't come to the shop, we can't do your fittings, or we don't offer delivery. They would just go to another fashion designer. So I can decide, how can I solve this challenge for them? Right? Can I hire someone else to be going to where they are, all right, and do the fittings from there, and then offer delivery services probably at an extra cost? So you see, I'm trying to cut out this challenge and ensure that I'm positioning my business as a solution to that challenge, all right? So that's basically how you come to create customer personas. And as a business, you can have two to three customer personas, all right? So these personas will help you know how to strategize how to align your market strategies, all right? Then define who your target audience isn't. All right. So let's go back to the fashion business. I know I'm dealing with corporate clients. So these are people who are probably 25 and above. They're done with school. All right. They're done with school. Their fashion sense is different. So I already know if these are the people I'm focusing on, these are the things that I will be working on, then I'm not looking at having clients who are, let's say, 18, all right, um unless they want, corporate clothing, all right, then you can also use Google Analytics. So if you have a website, you can use Google Analytics to know about the performance of your website. So you get to know about what are people doing when they come to your website, what are people doing when they come to your website, what pages of your website are they interacting with, all right? So you're able to understand their journey and know exactly what they are looking for, all right? So that's on your ways of determining your target audience. I've talked about the customer persona, right? I've said the customer persona is a profile that you create that basically identifies the kind of clients that you're dealing with, right? So you can come up with a customer persona. You can even give them a name, right? It could be, I want to name my customer persona Beryl. Beryl is 20 years old. She's female. She lives in Nairobi, Kenya, right? Beryl likes nice clothing, maybe likes corporate clothes. She's in the corporate sector, so she likes nice suits or casual official clothing, right? So according to how I see Beryl and the kind of clothes that she buys, I know maybe she's in the income bracket of maybe between 100,000 to 200,000 Kenya shillings, right? Then Beryl is a university graduate. She works in the corporate sector. She's single. Who do I trust? What do I read? All right. What does Beryl like? So once you identify all these features of Beryl, you would be able to know, even if I go to Beryl and I tell her, I have new arrivals, right, of new suits or new arrivals or new designs of suits. Is it something you want to look at? I know she's a potential buyer, right? And this also takes us back to the decision maker. I know she makes the final decision of what she wants to purchase, all right? So that's how you come up with customer personas. Any question again up to this point? Any question? Thank you, Simply. Thank you, Dana. Any questions so far? Uh, Praise Joseph says, I need more light on this business dictionary. I don't understand which business dictionary. Yes, what do you mean by business dictionary? Okay. Martina says my business logo is with someone. How can I change? Yes. So you don't make sure that your logo is unique. So if the other person is already using that logo, you need to come up with your own logo. All right. If you have the resources, you can pay a graphic designer to create a logo for you. All right. Or you can go to canva.com and try and create your own logo from there. All right. How do you target donors online for NGO? All right. The first thing, say if you're an NGO, takes us back to brand identity. You need to build yourself. Your work should be speaking for itself, right? So before I even get out to reach out to donors, imagine donors coming to your page. Maybe this is a potential donor, quote unquote. They come to your page and they see that you're saying you're active, you have, activities, maybe you're working with orphans and vulnerable children, but they don't see anything. You don't make posts. They come to your page. The last time you made posts about, or the last time you had an active project was 2020 January. Do you think you look like a business? I mean, not a business. Do you think you look like a serious person? You don't have active projects running, all right? So you should be updating, all right? You should be updating. Your work should be speaking for itself, all right? Then how do you target donors? I mean, the first thing is building your brand identity, all right? And then from there, when you're looking at targeting donors, um, most for NGOs, I know mostly for NGOs, it's usually about networking. All right, it's usually about networking. Or I can be emailing my donors. All right, I can be emailing potential donors. All right, so I go online, look at maybe Fidelity Bank. Um, Maybe Fidelity Bank has a project that targets, maybe sponsors children who are vulnerable to high school, all right? So maybe Fidelity Bank has a Fidelity Bank Foundation that works to educate children from vulnerable communities, right? And maybe I am an NGO that works with orphans and vulnerable children. So I feed them, I clothe them, provide for them their basic needs, education. So I need the help of Fidelity Bank Foundation to ensure that these kids, after primary school, they can join junior secondary and high school. All right. So I need to be making posts on my pages, even if I reach out to them when they're doing their due diligence, because trust me, these organizations, the donors like to do due diligence. All right. So they would come to my page, look at what I'm doing. Am I active? What is my success rate? All right. How many children have I taken to school? How many are lacking school fees at this point? You know, so probably that's how you can try and position yourself. Florence, I hope I've made sense there. All right. So I hope you're all together. I can't see any question that I've missed so far. Is there any other question that I've missed? No, I haven't missed any question, but I have Simplis and Dinah in the chat section to assist me with the moderation, right? Then the last thing you're going to look at is generating sales on social media. We've built our brand, we've identified our target audience. But at the end of the day, as a business, you want to increase sales. So, how do you increase sales on social media? All right. When we started, I asked about the advantages that you get as a business from going online. So this question is more or less the same. You get to increase your coverage, you get to increase your sales, you increase the number of people following you, you increase the number of engagements that you're having on your pages. All right. But the first thing, what is social media? What is social media? There are different social media channels. I know you'll tell me Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, all right? But all these things, if I have to define them, what is social media, right? Social media is basically interactive technology that allow the creation, right? Or sharing and exchange of information, ideas, interest, and other forms of expression. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me up to that point? Yes, Agam says I'm interested in this topic. All right. Thank you so much. Okay, the slide is not very visible. So you need to go to Becky. You can go to your settings on the top right of your screen. You can go to settings, click on quality, all right? Then increase the resolution to 720 pixels. Then increase the resolution to 720 pixels, all right? It's going to make the screen clearer on your end, all right? So some of the benefits, and we talked about this, you're able to reach large audiences. You increase your reach, your coverage, all right? Then you have a direct connection with your audience. There's no intermediary in between. It is either Beryl coming to your page to talk to you. There's no one else who will come on behalf of Beryl, right? So you have a direct connection with your audience. You can create organic content. When we talk about organic content, it means you're not paying for them. It's like the normal posting that we do on Facebook and Instagram. It's organic, you don't pay, right? Then, if I want to do sponsored ads, I have the resources to do paid ads. I'm still able to do it. So you have access to paid advertising services. If you want to run Google Ads, that's on Google Ads is search engine marketing. You're going to look at this in the next session. So if you're looking at Google Ads, you can run Google Ads for as low as $5 in a day, right? That's on search engine marketing. If I'm doing social media posts, I can run social media posts, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, at as little as $10 in a day, right? And you can have it for as long as you want, 7 days, 10 days. So there's also that you have access to paid services. You get to build your brand. You build your brand visibility. You build your brand reputation. All right. Then you're able to drive traffic to your website. If I have a Google business profile, and this is also another topic that we're going to look at later on, right? Not in this session, it will be another topic for another session. All right. You're able to drive traffic to your website. When someone comes to your Google business profile, they click on that because you can link your Google business profile with your website. They click on that, you're able to drive traffic to your website, right? Or on my social media page, on Facebook or on Instagram, right? When I'm creating my profile and I have a website, I can include the link to my website there. So someone comes to my page, they want to learn more about my business and they can't find that information on my social media page, they can go to my website. So I'm able to increase traffic to my website and I'm able to evaluate my performance. The Facebook Business Manager, all right? You're able to get insights on maybe I made 5 posts this week, all right? I'm able to see my top performing content, my top performing post. I mean, the post that I made on Tuesday is the one that had the most engagement, the most views, the most likes, all right? So I'm able to know. And the post that I made on Tuesday maybe is a video, all right? And all these other posts are still images. So I tend to know maybe people like video posts more than still images. So I can increase the rate at which I'm posting video posts, right? So you're able to evaluate your performance, all right? But before you create the content that you share on your pages, there are some questions that you need to ask yourself to create a strategy. There are questions that you need to ask yourself. The first thing, what do I want to achieve? What do I want to achieve and how will I know if I have achieved those goals, right? I want to increase, maybe I've opened a Facebook page today. So my goal, the first goal would not be to make sales. I cannot make sales from the first time. Maybe I need to work on my followers. So I can say by the end of we're in May. So by the end of July, I need to have gotten to 500 followers. All right. So I can know mid-June, I can see that from mid-June, I've only gotten 100 followers, 200 followers. All right. What do I need to do better to increase the followers? All right. So you need to have your goals and you need to be able to see how you can measure them. All right. Then you need to identify the types of content you will be posting. Will you be posting videos? Will you be posting GIFs? Will you be posting just still images? Or will you be posting blog posts? All right. You can do a mix of all this, but you need to identify the types of content. Then when will you be posting them? Don't just post for the sake of posting, all right? That's why we said it's important to do your research, all right? So I need to understand if I go to my competitors page, I see maybe their post they made in the morning and there was some posts in the evening, or maybe I already had a page, right? And I've been making some posts in the morning, some posts in the evening. But I see that the posts that I make in the evening have more engagement, have more traction than posts I made in the morning, then there's absolutely no making posts in the morning. All right. If it's not giving me the traction that I'm looking for, all right. So you need to know when will you be making your post because maybe I'm targeting working class people. Working class people, the only time they're online is maybe in the morning when they're in traffic, they're heading to work, lunch hour when they're having their lunch, and probably evening on their way home or when they get home before they sleep. So that is the right time to make my post. What channels are they using? So this also takes us to our buyer persona. You remember when we were creating our persona, takes us back to that. I know that Beryl is not on Instagram. Probably Beryl uses Facebook mostly, all right? So most of the generation right now, Gen Z, they like TikTok, they like Instagram, and they say that Facebook is for old people, all right? So you need to understand if these are the people that I'm targeting, then I need to focus on Instagram more, all right? Then who will create and distribute content? As the business owner, am I the one responsible for managing my social media page? Or one of my employees will be designated to do that particular role? All right. Then what is my budget? Do I have the resources to pay for a graphic designer? Do I have the resources to pay for a website developer? Do I have the resources to run paid ads? All right. If not, then I will focus all my content purely on to be organic content. All right. So I will need to maximize on that. All right. Then when you're looking at taking advantage of all these tools that are available for you, the social media channels, all right, make sure you leverage on social media channels. If you're just starting out, I know that someone said they mostly just use WhatsApp, all right, for marketing their business. So you can think, what else can I do? Maybe I need to open a Facebook page, right? Then remember, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook are all under the family of Meta, all right? So you can link all three together, all right? So when you create a Facebook page and you link your Facebook and Instagram together. So when I make a post on my Facebook, it automatically appears on my Instagram. All right. So I don't need to do management here and management there. Right. Then when I link my WhatsApp with my Facebook page, once someone goes to my Facebook page and clicks on my WhatsApp number, it brings them directly to my WhatsApp. When they click on that link, they don't need to type out my number on their phone and save my number to text me. All right. Then there's automated customer service. You're always able to respond to your clients at any one point. When they come to your page and say, I bought this from you and I don't know how to use it, you're able to do a product usage video. So there's automated customer service, all right? You can do you see, when you go to Messenger, maybe on a Facebook business page, you go to Messenger, the settings, you can come up with an automated message. When someone comes to your Messenger or your WhatsApp, if you're using WhatsApp business, there's that message, welcome, thank you for reaching out to us, how can we help you? It's automated. So when they reach out to you, I don't have to be the one typing out every time. Thank you for reaching out. How can we help you? No. If they reach out to me at away hours, that's maybe the time when we are closed, there's an away message that I can create that is automatic. When they come to my WhatsApp, maybe at 8 p.m. and I don't work at that time, they get an automated message. Thank you for reaching out to us. We are closed right now. We should be open. Maybe you customize the message as to how you want it. All right. Then there's the transparent e-commerce platform, right? You're able to list your products. Um, you're able to list your products. People can buy, click on whatever they want and buy from you, right? Then I've talked about the analytical tools. I've talked about Google Analytics, being able to see the behavior of people when they come to your website, using the Facebook Business Manager to look at insights of how your Facebook is working. There's also the Instagram manager. You can see from there, all right, how it's working. And there's also, if you have a Google business profile, there's the Google Business Analytics, all right, GMB Analytics. So you're able to see how many people came to your profile, how did they come to your profile, what did they do when they came to your profile, all right. Then there's also customized user recommendations. These are some of the things you need to leverage on to ensure that basically you're giving your customers a good experience with your brand. All right. So this is basically statistics. We see that even though people right now are saying, Facebook is outdated, right now we're on Instagram, we were on TikTok. Facebook still remains as the platform with the highest number of users. All right. So that basically makes you think. If I take my business online, Facebook has the most number of people online. Maybe I have the possibility of increasing my sales using Facebook, all right, followed by WhatsApp, all right. Then there's also Messenger, which is part of messaging service of Facebook, all right. There's WeChat, right? WeChat actually helps with if I'm dealing with vendors say, in China or something like that, it translates my messages, all right? So it basically um, removes the communication, the language barrier, all right? So there's WeChat. So these are some of the platforms that you can look at, right? Then, if you're looking at data, we have 5.5 million people who are on Instagram in South Africa. If you're in South Africa, all right. So this data is related to South Africa, all right. But if you want the data for, say, Nigeria or a market that you want to go into, you can always go to Geopol. Geopol is a site. I mean, it is an establishment, it's an institution, it's a company, but they share data, all right. They like to share this marketing data per region, per country, according to consumers. So you can go to Geopol's site to get data on your specific country, all right. So some of the advantages you get with this platform, the different platforms. Remember, each platform has different features. Each platform has different features, all right. So how I market my product on Facebook is not how I would market my product on Instagram or on Twitter or on LinkedIn, right? But if you're a business, you need to create a business page on Facebook. Create a business page on Facebook. Don't create the normal profile. You need to create a business page, all right? Then from your business page, you optimize it. What is your business? So, and about us, you can write, we are a furniture business. We offer bespoke furniture. We create furniture we are an eco-friendly, institution, all those things. So about us, what does your business deal with? All right. What are your hours of operation? How can people reach out to you? Do you want them to call them, text you? All right. And this also takes you back to the kind of content that you're sharing. The posts that you're making needs to have a call to action, right? It's not just me posting, we have new water bottles, and then I post the photo of the new water bottle and leave it at that. No. What is the call to action? Yes, we have new water bottles that are in stock. Or what do I want you to do? Call us on blah, blah, blah to make an order. All right. Go to our website to look at our different products. So you need to have a call to action on your post. All right. Then you need to be consistent. Then there's Twitter. All right. Twitter is very good for trending conversations. If you want to hop onto trending conversations, Twitter is the place. All right. You can create a professional buyer and link it to your company's website. Right. So when I said Twitter is very good for trending conversations, so when you get into a conversation, there's hashtags. You need to work with hashtags. So hashtags work well with Twitter and Instagram mostly. Also Facebook, but Instagram and Twitter really work well with hashtags. All right. It helps you with trending conversations, helps with people seeing your posts. All right. But remember, even when you're using the hashtags, it needs to be related to your post. It needs to be related to your post, right? Maybe what is trending is maybe Davido, or we have this new movie, the young African and famous, all right? Maybe Two-Face is trending, all right? It's trending on Twitter. So you as a business, you go online, and because you see the hashtag Two-Face and young African and famous trending, you just use that for your post. No, you need to ensure that the hashtags are also related to what you're offering. All right. I know, like for today, you have the inauguration, right? I know Nigeria has the inauguration for the new president today. All right. So you can use that, all right, just to ensure that you're hopping onto trending conversations, people can see what you're doing. All right. All right. So there's also LinkedIn. LinkedIn um, is very good for thought leadership. If you want to position yourself as a thought leader in your industry, LinkedIn is the best place for that, right? It's usually very serious. The kind of language on LinkedIn is not the kind of language you'd use on Facebook. No. All right. So there's LinkedIn, and then there's Instagram. Is very visual. Instagram is usually very, very visual. All right. So if you want to do images, multiple images, carousels, Instagram is the platform for you. And remember, I've also talked about hashtags, but not overdoing that. All right. So before getting started with any social media platform, which network do I choose? Which platform do I want to go with? All right. Do I want to open Facebook, Instagram, and focus on that? All right. So you need to pick one or two or three platforms and focus on that. All right. What activity do I want to do? What do I want to be doing? I want to increase my sales. I want to increase my engagement. I want to increase my followers. Which group or community should I join? Remember, there are very many groups and communities, right? So if I'm joining a community, it needs to be related to what I'm doing. If I am and maybe I'm in the electronics no, maybe I'm in the, yes, the fashion, I'm in the fashion business, all right, and I have a Facebook page, I have an Instagram page, all right, and I go to Facebook. There are very many communities. Like in Kenya, I think I'm in a group in Kenya for, it's a community. They basically talk about new fashion trends, called fashion trends, right? So I'm in the fashion business. I would want to join this community because I have potential clients there, right? I'm also able to know what's changing in terms of taste for my clients, all right? And then how much influence do I want to have, all right? If I want to work with an influencer, which influencer? Remember, there are influencers who will have even 500,000 followers, and you tell them to market for you, and you will not get any sale, right? So you need to identify the kind of influencer and also identify what kind of influence you want to have. So, any question up to that point? Any question up to that point? I can see, I've seen one question. Thank you so much. Also, make sure we are offering certificates at the end of every session. So make sure, thank you, Simplis, for that. Thank you so much, Simplis. Okay. You can click the link, the attendance form, fill in your attendance. Remember, the topic today is build your brand and sell online. All right, build your brand and sell online. Make sure you fill out the correct topic, and you will be able to get your certificate. All right, make sure you also use your official name. I saw one question. I saw one question. I saw one question. Not too clear about automated customer care. So on automated customer care, I gave an example. For example, assuming you're using WhatsApp business, right? Or let's say Facebook, right? Facebook, and there's Messenger. When someone comes to your Messenger, I'm a new client, right? Ibrahim, I come to your Messenger and I post, hello, maybe your business is called Ibrahim's Electronics. Hi, Ibrahim's Electronics. I would like to inquire about this and this product. All right. So, how soon, as Ibrahim, how soon do you think you're going to respond to that? All right. What is the turnaround time for your response? So you can create an automated message. So when someone comes, it will tell them even before they post hi. So long as they've come to the interface of your messenger, they get an automated message. Hi, thank you so much for reaching out to us. How can we be of help? All right. If they reach out to you, maybe at midnight. Of course, you're not working at midnight. Your business is not open at midnight. They can get a message, an automated message. Thank you for reaching out to us. We are closed right now. We will be open. Our hours of operation at this time to this time. We will be open at this time tomorrow. So this person knows I've reached out to this business. They are not able to respond right now, but I know they will respond, right? So does that make sense, Ibrahim, on automated customer care? And you can have the same on WhatsApp business. You can have the same automated messages on WhatsApp business, right? So make sure you fill out the form. Thank you. I haven't seen any other question. Feel free to follow us on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. at Impactor. You can follow us on our social media pages as well. All right. Thank you so much. And that's it for the day. So we are done with today's topic. In the next class, we are going to look now, we're going to look at social media marketing in detail. In the next class, we are going to look at social media marketing in detail. So make sure you don't miss next session's class. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you enjoyed the session, you can let us know in the chat section. If it was a bad session, you can also tell us in the chat section it was not a good session. But that's it. We've wrapped up today's class. Thank you so much, Marcy. Thank you. If you've enjoyed the session, you can let us know. Which is the attendance link. Okay. Simplis will post it again. So thank you so much, Simplis. You can click on that link to fill in your attendance. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So the slide on different, we are not able to share the notes with you, the slides with you. So that's why when we started the class, I said it's important that you be taking notes or screenshots as we move along. All right. But we are not able to share the slides. All right. But if you want to revisit this session, there is a recording. So you see the same link that you joined with this session. Immediately after I end the session, the recording is available. You can access the recording to the session with the same link that you joined with. All right. Even if tomorrow you want to come back to this class and just refresh your memory on what we've talked about, you can access the recording with the same link. Right. So thank you so much, Gabriel Sadiq. Thank you, Agam. Make sure you can also see the recording. But remember, we only give certificates if you've attended the class live, right? How do you know influencers that can get you the sales you want? So you need to look at the different kind of influencers, and Instagram is the best place to get influencers. All right. So you need to look at influencers who are in the same industry that your business is in. All right. Sorry, influencers who are in the same industry as what your business is in, because highly likely 97% of the time the people who follow them are the people who are interested in that specific industry, right? So there are these people who like to do travel blogs, all right? They do travel blogs, so they influence a lot around that, right? Around tourism, local tourism. There are very many people who do that, right? If I am a tours and travel company, I will definitely use that person as an influencer for my brand, as compared to me going to another person just because they have a lot of followers. They don't have information on our industry. All right. So remember, the person who follows this influencer with the travel blogs talking about tourism is a person who's interested in touring, all right, and traveling. So if I'm in the tours and industry, I'm able to get clients from using this influencer as compared to going to another person who I'm just reaching out to because they have lots of followers. All right. I hope I've made that clear, Ray. So that's how you identify followers. Thank you, Agam. No, we are not able to share the slides, but you can access the recording with the same link. Thank you. That's it. I think I've gone. We were supposed to have the session for 1 hour. It's now 22 minutes past 1 hour. So sorry. But see you next time. Let me see, when do we have the next session? So the next session will be on 31st. That's on Wednesday at the same time. On Wednesday at 11 a.m. West Africa time. Make sure you join the session. All right. Make sure you join the session on Wednesday, 11 a.m. same time. Don't miss out. All right. All right. Thank you. Bye. Enjoy your day. All right.